I am here at SeaWorld Orlando. I am super excited to try Pipeline Surf Coaster. It is B&M's first stand-up coaster in like 15 years. My current favorite B&M stand-up is Georgia Scorcher, so I am super excited to try this. I've heard mixed reviews about it. I've heard it is a little bit rough. Newer B&M seem to be a little bit rough. I rode Penguin Trek already, and that was, so hopefully this is a bit better, but we shall see. I will let you guys know what I think when I get off. So I realized I didn't give a review on what I thought of the ride after I got off of it. It's been a few hours, I have to be honest. I rode it 4 times in total, my most recent ride in the front. My first impression of the ride after my first ride, I rode in the back. I have to be honest, I was pretty underwhelmed. The launch was okay. I got a little bit of weird airtime from the launch. The first element was really slow. It wasn't anything special. You know, the inversions, you kind of meander. You do get pretty decent airtime, or some kind of weird like standing up airtime. I don't know. It's actually kind of cool because you can stick your legs out and it's like, it does feel like you're surfing. I've never surfed, so I don't really know what I'm talking about, but it feels cool. Overall though, I really hate to say it, it's just a standard B&M. Like, it runs just like a B&M, a typical B&M. Like, I don't know what people say when they say it rattles. It's butter smooth, it's gloss smooth. It's fairly tame in the sense of forces. It has decent pacing, to be honest, except for this section right here. Typical B&M Curse trim brakes. But it has decent pacing. It's a very short ride, so it doesn't really have the opportunity to lose that much speed. There were some elements, like this element up here, I wish would go a little bit slower actually, because I think you'd get really fun hang time. But overall, the ride's pacing is okay. The length is okay. The layout, it's kind of, I don't want to say basic, but it's nothing special. My second and third ride were somewhere in the middle. They were okay as well. Nothing too special. My last ride, however, was in the front, and I actually got a pretty good pop of airtime on the launch. I got some pretty good pops of airtime on some of these elements. So the front row wasn't that bad. I would personally take it in the front of the ride. Oh my God, that sounds bad. I would personally ride it in the front over the back. But again, in my opinion, it is nothing to write home about. Like, I was genuinely kind of looking forward to this because it's been a long time since B&M did a stand-up. The older stand-ups were known to be a little janky. They had the old over-the-shoulder restraints. They were kind of headbangers. I would say these restraints are a lot better. Like, B&M has definitely improved on the restraints and the stand-up aspect of the ride. However, again, the ride lacks those forces. It lacks those really intense elements, which I think is what a stand-up coaster should be delivering. Like, you really want to feel that effect amplified, right? Because you're standing up, so you're in a unique riding position, and the older B&Ms, their layouts were geared towards amplifying the forces on your body while you were standing up, which I think is the whole purpose of a stand-up coaster. But they've definitely tamed that down. As I said, the restraints are super comfortable. The trains look really nice, but it's the same thing with Penguin Trek. The trains look nice, but the build quality feels really cheap. The ride is not rough. It doesn't rattle, but it vibrates. It feels like there's just a lot of loose plastic, and all it is just constant vibration. Like, you know what it feels like? Okay, you buy something from IKEA, you build it really quickly, and then when you're done building it, you realize there's a few loose screws, and you're like, oh, whatever, it still works. And then like a few weeks later, you realize your drawers are all rattly. That's what this feels like. The seat backs rattle, there's parts underneath the train that rattle, and it's nothing like dangerous or anything. It's just loose plastic, but I don't know, it makes it feel cheap, so I wish B&M would improve on that. Overall though, it's a decent ride. It's nothing special. I wouldn't come here solely just to ride this. If, you know, if it's something that you would want to do, I could see that, because it is unique. It is not my favorite B&M stand-up though. My favorite B&M stand-up is still Georgia Scorcher, because I think that ride just delivers on the forces and it has a great layout. Overall, again, like I said though, this ride isn't terrible. I think things they could improve on are maybe the launch. The launch could be a little more punchier. It does go 100 kilometers an hour, but for some reason it feels slower. And the layout, they could do a couple more inversions. They should maybe do like a 0G element or something like that. They could make it a little bit longer, but I guess for what it is, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but I wouldn't come here solely for this ride. Anyways, guys, that's just my opinion. Let me know if you guys have ever ridden this, what you guys think, if you guys would like to ride something like this, and if you would like to see something like this at Canada's Wonderland, mention it in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, it would really help out. And I am gonna leave you with some mediocre off-ride footage. Bye!